traitor! This meeting was meant to establish peace, and yet you have exclusively sent armed men.
Mordoon was a Denea ex-Regao. He would have never accepted an agreement with the Renaig say. He would have endlessly attacked our merchants and our allies' caravans. We had to protect ourselves if we were to make these exchanges possible. So we did.
By lying and manipulating me.
I am sorry, but I was unsure that you would agree to help us if I told you the truth. I understand your anger, but keep in mind that we are now at peace, thanks to you. You are now a Carans of Ignamri, and should you seek it, you will always have our assistance. Anything else?
What do you think of people from the continent?
Many of our people would love for all the Renaigse to leave, but I would not. It is thanks to them that I was able to breathe new life into Vignamri. They have a lot to teach us. The lions have powerful weapons and very effective potions. The Lugaid Blau, your people, offer us very beautiful things in exchange for our pieces of art.
Lugaid Blau? Is this what you call the congregation?
It means yellow eyes, because there seem to be round yellow eyes on your flags.
They are coins. And what does Taleme offer you?
The men of the sun seldom come here, but their magic is powerful, and so different from ours. I wish my brothers would understand how much we would benefit from an alliance with you, from making peace. Anything else?
Nothing. I must go.
What can I do for you, my child?
What was your role at my uncle's court? Were you already an ambassador?
No. But I was part of the embassy. I had only just started my career as a diplomat back then. Taleme was hoping to convert the congregation, and they had sent me to spread the word. I tried to teach you some of the basics because you had a predisposition for magic. But you were so young. You preferred to run around the halls with a wooden sword in hand, chasing your cousin.
I will see you later, Father.
Take care, my child.
Carans, do you need something?
I must leave you. See you later.
Green blood, my friend. Do you need something?
What is your duty as Master of Arms? Besides teaching us how to fight.
What was my duty, you mean? It's all in the past now. In truth, you may have guessed it, but my main role was to make sure that nothing would happen to you and Constantine. Without, of course, turning you into some courtiers that are afraid of steel. You have to be considered trustworthy to take on this role. But alas, it isolates you from the rest of the guards. Always at the court, but never really belonging to it. I spent almost my entire time with you without seeing my comrades. Anything else?
Tell me about your family. Were your parents in the guard as well?
Yes. And to be truthful, I never knew them. I was entrusted to a wet nurse, a prostitute who followed the troops. I remember her. She was sweet, and a good person. She may be the only one who showed me any kind of affection. But that didn't last. As soon as I could hold a wooden sword, I was given a real one and sent to training. Anything else?
I must leave you.
Desarde, I'd like to know more about my family. I need to know what became of them. Could you accompany me to see Lady Morange? I'm afraid that without you, she may refuse to give me any information.
All right, Vasco. Let's go see Lady Lorene Morange. Good day, Lady Morange. Do you remember me?
Of course, Lady de Sardet, isn't it? I hope that you and your cousin have grown to like it here. But I have little reason to believe you have paid me a visit to exchange civilities. Can I be of service?
We would like to have some information regarding an important family, the Darcys.
Well, I could tell you many things about them, but I suppose that you want to know something in particular?
Are there any members of this family on the island?
Indeed, Bastien Darcy, the son of the family, has been in New Serene for some time. Last I heard about it, he was doing business, but that doesn't help in knowing where he is. The Darcys' first attempt at establishing themselves on this island wasn't very fruitful, but I seem to recall that since then the son has found a competent associate who's been working here for a long time.
Perfect. Could you tell us where to find her?
Of course. Ask for a Madame Clerc near the warehouses on the port. That's where she normally is. I hope the Darcys are not in trouble.
Do not worry, madam. Their name was simply mentioned in some business discussions. We are thinking about becoming associates. We would like to know more about them to form an opinion.
If you ask me, you should forget this idea, Your Excellency. Their son is a poor business partner.
Why do you say that?
I do not mean to speak ill of him. Perhaps it would be better for you to form your own opinion.
Well, thank you for your help, madam.
Can I help you with any other matter?
What can you tell me about New Serene?
It's a new city whose construction began not long ago. When I arrived 5 years ago, there was just a port, a fence, and some huts here. The businesses, the barracks of the guard, the palace, and all of the houses sort of sprung up from the ground. To see how impressive it is today, even if it is still far from its majestic mother, is incredible. Of course, with such expanse, all kinds of bandits, drunkards, and other lowlife have arrived. But I'm very proud of it, in spite of everything. I hope that your cousin continues this work.
What do you know about this island?
Much less than I would like. The land is still wild and extremely rich. Its soils are full of minerals, some of which are unknown to us. With regard to the flora and fauna, you've probably seen how different the creatures and plants are here. The islanders protect their land fiercely, and we cannot begrudge them that. When you see what we have done with our own, well, such a source of richness attracts greed.
You seem interested in the islanders.
As a matter of fact, I find their culture fascinating, but I can't say I know much about them. They are quite secretive and protect their cult and traditions from the curiosity of strangers. I know that their sages, they call them Donegada, are the guardians of their rituals as well as of the island. They have very strong links with nature and the creatures that inhabit it. They're also good healers. I could talk about them for hours, but you will learn more from the islanders themselves.
What can you tell me about the relations we have with other nations?
We play a difficult role, caught between these two enemy nations who are nonetheless our allies. The smallest action could tip the balance and draw us into their conflict. If I may offer some advice, be very careful. We do not want a war to break out here.
My lady, I have to go. Goodbye.
Come closer, good people.
Are your boots worn through? Is your hat out of style? You'll find all you need in our selection. Whatever you need to be the talk of all Serene.
Can I help you? Are you here to do business?
Are you Madam Clerk?
We would like to meet with your associate, Mr. Darcy.
Bastian? I don't know where he is. I can't say that he often graces us with his presence.
You don't have the slightest idea where he is?
I am not his caretaker, you know.
You don't seem to hold him in high regard.
Listen, my relationship with my associate is no one else's concern. And if you didn't come to do business, well,
We must find him. This man you can see by my side is his brother.
do not insult my intelligence. I know that the Darcys only have one son, alas.
You can see the Naught tattoos on his face, can't you? And a merchant like you must surely know about the Naught's recruiting process.
I can see the Naut, but a Darcy? And with all this blue on his face, he doesn't really resemble his brother.
I've got a hunch that your associate has brought you more problems than benefits. What would you say if I offered you some gold to compensate for your losses?
I see that you understand the struggles of a simple merchant. He was supposed to go to Hikmet to deal with one of our clients, but I didn't receive any news from him after his departure. And given his tendency to get himself into impossible situations, I didn't try to get any.
Who is this client?
His name is Ferrat. You'll find him in the Alchemist District. I'll write this down.
You think something may have happened to him there?
His mission wasn't very complicated. He had to pay for a valuable shipment and take charge of it. But with Bastian, anything is possible.
Thank you, madam.
Are your boots worn through? Welcome! It's such a pleasure to see you again. Have you seen anything to your liking? What might I help you with? Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
Come closer, good people. Liqueur and wine from the...
Greetings.
If you come to do business, you should go upstairs. I am but a poor underling.
Hello, sir. Is this the house of the man called Farad?
It is I. What can I do for you?
We're searching for Mr. Darcy. He was supposed to come here to do business.
Yes. Yes, he did come here, but I don't know where he is. To be honest, our exchange did not exactly go as planned. And if you are his associate, or a member of his family, know that you owe me a large sum of money.
How so?
Well, this Darcy fellow came here to take the shipment, and he was supposed to deliver me a promissory note.
Which never arrived, I imagine. How could you let him leave with your merchandise without payment?
Well, he's the son of a very well-known family. I did not deem it necessary to try and obtain more guarantees.
What if something happened to him?
Nothing happened. At least I don't think so. Why should that concern me? I'm not his brother. He owes me money, and I do not have the slightest idea of where he might be.
I suspect that you are not telling us everything.
Oh, come on. If you have not come to repay his debt, leave me alone so I can work in peace. I already told you that I do not know where this man is. Leave me alone!
Greetings. If you have come to do business, head upstairs, if there's any business left to do.
Why do you say that?
They haven't been paying me, and I've had to work with cheap ingredients for weeks.
Have you heard of a man called Bastian Darcy?
It would be difficult not to. His name is the only thing my boss talks about. Apparently, he did not pay for one of our shipments and still left with the goods. And now my boss makes me work twice as much to compensate for his losses. With ingredients I wouldn't even feed to a pig.
And what did your boss do?
Well, he spent every waking hour cursing his name. That's how I learned about it.
What do you do here exactly?
I create and prepare complex potions. Not simple health potions, but far more subtle things.
And if I'm not mistaken, things are not going the way you would want them to.
The boss has always been difficult, but ever since he got ripped off, it has been a living hell. I work using leftovers thrown away by all the other alchemists, while listening to him screaming at me and everyone else all day. This is no way to live.
How can a brilliant, conscientious alchemist keep working here? I am certain that any great laboratory in town would welcome you with open arms. So why continue protecting your employer?
This position may not be the most rewarding these days, but it wasn't always like this.
We'll leave you to your work.
How kind of you.
You again. I already told you that I do not know where the man you're searching for is.
You may not know where he is, but you did everything you could to find him, didn't you?
What do you mean?
Does this document ring a bell? You hired some debt collectors to find Mr. Darcy.
How dare you rummage through my belongings?
You could have taken legal action and retrieved what you were owed, but you sent some killers instead.
I doubt the governor would approve. Do you want us to tell him about it?
No. But please understand me. The Darcy family is on the continent. It would take months for them to reply to my complaint. What other solution was there? My shop will not survive this.
Tell us who these debt collectors are, and we'll take care of it.
They loiter in an alleyway of ill repute, not far from here, in the Science District.
That's what I feared. Probably a bunch of cutthroats. If Bastian survives...
If he survives, remind him of what he owes me.
At the Fiery Flasks, you'll find the quintessence of alchemy. The best potions and the most efficient concoction. Greetings. I immediately spotted that you are a real science enthusiast. I have all the potions you could ever dream of. And other things too. We also sell ingredients, and we even craft on demand. So, what would you like? I was honored by your visit. Please, come back whenever you want.
Good day. Have mercy! Have mercy! I will repay everything, I swear. This is...
Hey, you! Leave this man alone!
What do you want? No one asked you for your opinion, so get lost.
Maybe he's friends with the weakling.
Maybe. In any case, it seems like he wants to share his fate.
You think I'm afraid? I've fought uglier people than you.
Vasco, let me try to take care of this. How much money are we talking about? You're here to collect a debt, right?
Between what he owes our client and our commission, it's a hefty sum. But if you want to pay in his stead, my lady, please do.
I don't think you realize who you're dealing with. So, let me introduce myself. My name is de Sardet. I'm the legate of the congregation, and I'm here to save the life of one of our citizens. If you do not deliver him to me immediately, I will have no choice but to inform the governor.
And you'll end up rotting in jail in no time.
Damn it, they look serious.
Yes, a bit too much. Listen, we don't want to get in trouble with the governor, so take him.
Yeah, if our client wants to get repaid, he'll have to make an official request. Come.
Thank you for your intervention. I thought these brutes would kill me.
Don't mention it. It's only natural.
But how did you end up in such a situation?
Oh, I'm certain someone like you, who belongs to high society, will understand. There is a game table here that is attended by the best of the aristocracy. I lost the money I owed to that merchant while playing there. And since I got out with a few other debts, I had to leave the merchandise as repayment as well. But that's a mere trifle that my father would have paid for without thinking twice. I never would have thought that someone would send these types of brutes after me. What a lack of tact. In any case, I am extremely grateful to you. To whom do I have the honor of speaking?
My name is Captain Vasco. Naught and sea given. It was a pleasure, sir. De Sardet, can I do anything for you?
I must leave you.
thank you, Desarde.
My pleasure. But why didn't you tell him who you were?
But I did tell him. I was stupid. I resented everyone, and you even more, for the life I didn't get to live. You had it all, everything I thought I was entitled to. But after seeing Bastion, I realized that in the end, I was exactly who I wanted to be. A naught, and a proud one at that.
I'm glad to hear it. No more regrets?
No more regrets. And I certainly don't regret not being called Leandra Darcy.